and again about happenings in our country. So let's get started. The first point this morning is on pilot. Impeachment dangles on Gbajabiamila's head. And what exactly is the reason? Well, Gbajabiamila happens to um, have allegedly smuggled in a particular clause into the amended electoral bill. There's this electoral amendment act. So it was alleged that the consensus clause was smuggled in to appease, you know, the president and all that, and it was said to have been smuggled in by Gbajabiamila. So as a result of that, reps are already proposing that this thing is an act that can amount to or cause us to say we want to impeach you. But all of them, they only threaten themselves and withdraw afterwards once things change, and we don't trust anybody in Nigeria. You understand that? So the next one says security situation in Southwest has overwhelmed me. Buhari making self-confession here. The security situation in the country, Alaye, guys, let me confess, is overwhelming me. Now that is an old man confessing to us. Don't forget, he told us before that age was no longer on the side. That if he wishes he were younger, or he wished that he were younger, that things would have been better, he would have been able to handle things better than now. Unfortunately, the man is older and is confessing to us, yeah, guys, I'm older, I can't do much. Not only that, he's also saying that he's overwhelmed by insecurity. Not only that, even when people rise to the occasion like they want to protect themselves, since the presidency or the government is unable to, they still get clamped down on. Like, you don't want anybody to do anything for themselves, and you are still unable to do it for them. That is a very big challenge, and a lot of people are really worried. Gentlemen and ladies, I move on to the next paper. All right, I get. Barry gives military marching orders. Well, what is actually funny here is that it's not the first time you have been hearing marching order, shoot at sight, this and that. Every time you get this order, it looks like more money is pumped to these guys. Okay, so more money, more money, more money, more marching orders, more orders, more orders, and yet we don't seem to get results. So the more they give these marching orders, the more it appears like it is the bandits that are getting the orders. Like, you give the order to the military, the bandits work stronger. You give more order to the military, the bandits work stronger. And then you're wondering, what are they really giving this order to? Is it the military or the bandits? Or the two of them, apparently, we don't understand what's going on. Like somebody rightly said, that the best thing to do is to actually fire all these military generals. Like, practically fire these people. That is the only way. Anyways, it's not the first time the president has been giving marching order, and this is where we are. Gentlemen and ladies, the next paper, I think I have to remove myself here from now. So, worry to military, don't spare bandits and terrorists. Do not spare them. He has been giving this instruction, this order for many times, and yet this is still where we are. Do not spare them. But unfortunately, the more he says it, the more it appears that nothing is changing. On to the next paper. Civil society organizations, stakeholders set criteria for electing next president. Should I cry? Okay, now look at the criteria they gave. They said it must have no corruption cases, must have integrity, must be this and that. All the things they have counted so far. It appears that none of these qualities or characteristics or properties is possessed by any of these people that Nigerians actually want. Nigerians still want thieves. Nigerians still want who has stolen more, that can spend more out of what he has stolen, and they will compensate him to come back to come and steal more. Now, what is unfortunate and what is even more worrisome here is that if you look at the situation of things, another thing that worries me more is that we are borrowing more. Part of the criteria again is that the person must be ready to keep IMF at arm's length. Now, this is not the first time we'll be talking about IMF loan killing Nigeria. IMF loan, not our thing. IMF loan, we do not want. It started way back. If you remember the IMF debates long ago during the military, that time around the structural adjustment program, Nigerians have been clamoring, we do not want these loans. Each time they give us these loans, we enter more problems. Now, IMF is already giving Nigeria another, jugular blow. Like, if you remove subsidy, we will have problem with you. Do not remove subsidy. No, sorry, if you do not remove subsidy. So IMF is the one controlling the Nigerian government through their loans. Like, remove subsidy. Unfortunately, Nigerians say, you cannot remove subsidy. We are dying. The more you collect the loans, the more we enter more problems. All these loans are used for what exactly? We don't even get to see any results. Now, the stakeholders, CSOs, are setting criteria for electing new president. Say, the next person that will be our president will come, the person must stay clear from IMF. The person must do this. Unfortunately, the kind of person that possesses all these qualities or characteristics, Nigerians do not seem to want. So it looks like somehow the ignorance or the ojukokoro, the kleptocracy, all these things affecting Nigerians are eventually going to make Nigerians push themselves towards the wall that is going to evolve or cause revolution. Because all these things are just not sustainable. Whatever we are doing, borrowing every day, no plan to pay back. We want to remove this, we want to remove that, we want to fight this and that. All of those things eventually are not sustainable. So we want to borrow until there's nothing to borrow anymore. And then what would we do after no one is willing to borrow us anymore? Now, that is the unfortunate part. So by the time no one is willing to borrow us anymore, what do we do then? Close the country? Now, unfortunately. So, the next paper, 2023, PDP disagrees with APC over federal government over 3 trillion naira fuel subsidy. Now, let me quickly reveal to you that NNPC is asking for 3 trillion naira. 3 trillion naira for subsidy, because the presidency has said, well, we got to remove subsidy. That's what's up. Okay, now we have to remove subsidy. Okay, we don't want to remove subsidy because Nigerians are crying that it will make everything. You are not increasing fuel price. You are not increasing salary. You are not increasing means of life. You are not increasing welfare for Nigerians. Only you want to increase the prices of food commodities, prices of everything, including price of fuel. Everything that we own. The prices are usually the highest in Nigeria. So now, NNPC is saying, well, since Nigerians have rejected the idea of removing fuel subsidy, this is our own opportunity to chop 3 trillion naira. And now look at what happens next too. Reps begin probe of actual daily consumption of PMS. Okay. We have been paying for these things over the years, and we have been keeping quiet, enriching all these so-called independent marketers and everybody who claims to be bringing vessels of oil back into the country. Now, the volume you claim we are consuming every day, there is need for us to now probe it. We now want to see. Now, this is the time they want to probe, because at this point, they are no longer able to sustain. They can no longer sustain what they have been spending. So, they now want to probe and get the actual. Oh, let us wait for it. I'm sure by the time they say, okay, don't worry, this is your own court, this is your own court. End of probe. Me, I don't come out onto the next paper. Now, this one is saying that Nigerians living below poverty may hit 102 million in 2022. Hey! Now, this is what the politicians actually wanted. This is what they have always tried to do. Let me explain. They simply want everybody to be poor so that anytime, once every 4 years, they just come out, pump money, buy all the votes. Because citizens who are well-fed, well-educated, have access to everything they want in life will not vote for them. Nobody, no reasonable person will vote for this crop of people. So the only thing they can do is to make Nigerians poor. Now, the unfortunate reality again is that Nigerians living below poverty may hit 102 million. Hey! In this year we don't enter already 102 million. Unfortunately, I don't dare among the people with the poor. So they can't talk, say more people. on a level, that is where they said this thing dangle over this man's head. Gentlemen and ladies, I want to draw the curtain here. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Thank you for being part of this show this morning. I want to remind you, this is my WhatsApp number. We still require support for this married couple. Sorry if you can't see my face again. Something happened, so my camera went off. So don't worry, next time we'll fix that. Now, okay, you can see me now. So, the married couple, I hope you haven't forgotten the case. We still need help. Please reach out. I understand that January was a little longer. You know, a lot of people have spent or overspent in the course of December. Well, this is January and I understand what everybody's going through. But we are now at the end of January. So in case you are having any alerts coming in for you, please do your... No, it's not Widow Smite too. Widow Smite is like the last thing you have. That is the origin of Widow Smite. It was actually the last thing the woman had. Don't do the last thing you have. Just the little you can say, okay, give away. Put it in this course because this way we are closer. Don't be tired though. We are closer to victory already. So come on, Lord, when we are actually just closer to the end. We are very close. We just need consistency towards the end. That's all. Thank you so much for the support so far. Now let us finish what we started together. So please reach out. God bless you. So yes, it is fast selling and the price is about to go up. That's Quantum Bricks Estates project has started, and just few more slots to go, and the price will skyrocket. So this is just an entry price offer, and I want you to take advantage of it. Listen to the message again. Bye for now.
Meet Mr. Abiodun Akinyemi, a man who is looking to solve the big chunk of the housing crisis that we have in Nigeria by making affordable, self-sufficient homes. This kind of homes are becoming more and more popular, by the way, because they are efficient and they are environmentally friendly, and then it costs less to make them if you think about it in the long run. Anyway, before I tell you about the smart homes that he's building, let me tell you a little bit about his story. He's based in Canada right now, and he decided to build a house in Lagos, Nigeria, where he's from. But upon making inquiries, the cost of building a house has increased significantly since he moved to Canada. So instead of using concrete brick throughout his construction, he substituted it with laterite, and he was able to save 30% of the construction cost. Laterite has a lot of advantages, by the way, including warming your home during the cold weather, cooling your home in the hot season. It's cheaper because it's readily available. It's everywhere in Nigeria. It has high clay content, which means it can hold more water. Laterite gives you better air quality. So if you build your house with laterite, you can breathe in better air quality. You can even recycle it. So if you build a house with laterite and you don't like it, you can break down the house and use the brick to build another house. And that's just to name a few of the advantages. But he didn't stop at building his personal house. He decided to make his house self-sufficient, off-grid, which means that he's not going to be dependent on the electricity from the Nigerian government. So he's using solar power, and he's also not going to be using power generator, so there will be no noise, no air pollution. At the same time, he's not using the regular sockaway that everybody uses in Nigeria. He's disposing his own waste material by decomposing it, and he's generating his own water. So once the house is completed, he doesn't need anything from the... And this is why they call this home self-sufficient, off-grid homes. That alone inspires me. The fact that he was able to find an alternative to just spending so much money on building a house, and the fact that he doesn't have to depend on the government. He made himself a self-sufficient house. That is the inspiration for me. But then he took it a step further. So after learning from his own experience, he wants to do the same for others, except that he wants to do it better. What he has decided to do is to now mass produce this kind of house for other people. In case anybody out there is interested in having a house that will be self-sufficient, he has bought acres of land in Lakeway Beachfront in order to construct an off-grid estate. And what you guys are seeing is what he would be constructing. All these houses would not be using NEPA, and they will be constructed with laterite bricks. If you're interested, please check him out. This is his website.